Hey everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back to Powerwash Simulator. I think we might have one job left to finish the career. So we've got to clean the Lost City Palace. Now this thing is probably the biggest job we've had, but we'll see what it's going to take. Okay, Sonia Alamudin somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. Harper and I hitched a ride on a fishing boat to search where the hand in the sand was pointing. And I know it sounds crazy, but I think we found the lost city of Atlantis. Only it's in the Pacific. No wonder it was lost, huh? So, should it be the lost city of pacifists? Pacifist? Regardless. It has very recently resurfaced, and judging by the clams, it must be over 8,000 years old. Anyway, this palace definitely looks related to those statues in the desert, but we need you to head over and give it a clean. There's a lot beneath the dirt that will help us make sense of it. Harper suggests getting in touch with Cal and seeing if Flo can fly you over. Hope that makes more sense to you than it does to me. Alright, well, holy Christmas, come on. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. Who's this guy? What is he gonna do? I'm gonna have to do something with him later, I bet. Alright, well. Are you drooling too, Wishy? It's impossible anywhere to smell more delicious than this place. Okay, well, I'm not gonna agree with that, but... Oh my god. It's like walking into a huge bowl of shrimp cocktail where they got the Marie Rose sauce just right, dash of Tabasco, and a squeeze of lemon. Yeah, without this, my goodness, I can't even imagine what this would be. I don't even... This job scares me. Wow. Because there's inside, there's outside, like, wow. I don't know. I can't even begin to wonder. So this may become another multi-part, who knows how long it takes me thing. I don't know. Can I walk on this? Alright, cool. That at least helps, because otherwise this would be pretty miserable. Alright, so let's see. Palace, pyramid wall. Wouldn't that be nice if we could just get this? Come on. There we go. 50 bucks. Well, that's not bad, getting 50 bucks right away. And we'll see what the entrance wall is like, but yeah, it's 2,250, so we're probably only going to get up to like 6, maybe 7,000 if we're lucky. Alright, so what am I missing? Let's see. Entrance pediment. Got like weird gargoyles. But yeah, we're only at 2% after all this. That's just the scary thing. Alright. And that's another entrance pediment. Maybe it's not super, super high, but it's up there. So... get up here, and then we'll just start with these. Oh boy, I'm not even sure what to attempt here. But there's the big boat. So entrance figurehead, exit figureheads, I don't know. I don't even know. Yeah, it's not crazy. It looked a lot bigger when I walked up to it, but so all of this is all one big happy pediment, whatever the heck a pediment is, but There may not be, I don't know, I'm half tempted to just not talk and just wash, and you can enjoy the view. Oh, this is part of pediment too? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. There's some shell feature. So yeah, there's, I'm sure, really large areas. Like, we're not even halfway on this, but it looks like we've gotten through a lot of it. So I don't understand what I'm really looking at, if I'm honest. Yeah, see, and the problem is it's like, of course it has a lot of these kind of nooks and crannies. But yeah, I suppose the nice thing will be like, hey, if we really got this complete, then, you know, we finish and yay. Now I'm debating, because I do feel like, yeah, I think I shared at some point, like, I mean, there's definitely a type of individual where this is a game that you may enjoy. Like, to me, the washing for something this big, like, I'm dreading it. It gets tedious. But someone who, like I said, I don't know if it's an OCD thing, whatever, would be like, oh, this is so soothing. But for me, it's just get done, because I enjoy the story more. I mean, it's definitely a cool, like, what are we doing? I don't get it. What's with the aliens that have suddenly appeared, or not the aliens, but the people from the future, and, you know, trying to keep the volcano from erupting and all that. But I wonder if there's at least some cutscene at the end with the volcano exploding. Like, that would be cool. Right, so I don't understand. Just to me, like, everything else nearby is not part of the pediment anymore. So this is what's confusing to me. But it's just like, this is only 4%. It's like, so how long will it take to do other pieces? Because, yeah, I'm thinking Palace Pyramid Wall. See, and it's like also just annoying because it's yellow, and I'm sure it's yellow on purpose to be that you can't really tell easily what you haven't done. But, you know, the pyramid wall will... Okay, well, that's another piece, so... It's really just this yellow piece, and then the other one becomes another one. So I guess that's good, because that in theory means we should go semi-quickly. And yeah, that one is cleaning quickly because it's obviously smaller. I mean, obviously the pyramid gets tighter and tighter, but let's get down here so we can, you know, get where we need to here. Alright, 5%, and we're almost 10 minutes in, so you do the math. 20 times 10. Again, it's going to be a 4-hour cleaning job. It's going to be worse than the subway platform, I think. That's the concerning part. I'm guessing. Because, yeah, it's like that one, see, is the next one, and you can see how quick we're going through that. But yeah, this blue up here is part of what I have, I think. I don't think I missed anything really large, so I'm not happy that this isn't coming off, but it isn't, so yeah, I'm guessing at best this will be like $25 up here, because this one's much smaller. there just isn't as much. Alright, oh, well, we still got 50. Alright, that's good. So the Pyramidion scroll or whatever. Again, we gotta get both sides, we gotta get up there. You know, and again, we're up here, but this is like a non-die game, but that doesn't help for someone like me who doesn't enjoy heights. I think it's still a lot. So, and the pedestal, and we'll go around to the other sides and all that. Oh, well, cool. So we got that. The question is, like, how much of this can we really get credit for or whatever? I mean, I'm hoping we don't have to get to the top because there's nothing that gets us that high. So it's a little high. Come on. How's this not? I really thought that would ding on me. I think there's an underside to that we're not getting. Well, let's see. We'll head over here. We'll get, again, these sides. But yeah, what I don't know is, you know, again, are we going to get the other pieces or not? But, you know, kind of get to the top, start at the top. That just tends to be the cleaning process, right? Because we just have a lot up here. And yeah, there's the ends. I forgot about the ends, so that might be what's left on the other thing. But getting up here, definitely lots of little pieces. Awesome. All right. Glad. I'm so glad on that. I can't even tell you how glad I am. Alright, so the Pyramidion is clean, which is that part. And then again, we'll have, you know, other parts. So yeah, we're getting parts of the wall. We've got red rear octopus feature. I guess there's a front octopus feature, I would guess. Alright, so at this point, if I like go here, alright, so that's the issue, is yeah, there's stuff there. Okay. So I should be able to, again, focus on these. Get underneath. Alright, and the edge. So that's what I figured is, you know, we'd have the undersides and all that. But yeah, just being able to be up here and clean this appropriately is a nice thing. Alright, so I'm sure the edge will blink up. There we go, we got that. Again, we'll get the different pieces here. We'll have the end. That'll take a lot off. And then we'll worry about, you know, some wall and going around, but alright, so that's the edge. What am I missing here? I'm not seeing a lot, but maybe there's a good amount up here. I don't know. Interesting. So there's something. Oh, well, that would be what it was. I just saw it. It's the tops. There we go. So we need to get here and get right there. There we go. Alright. So, I think we've got everything up on the top. And now we can just start going down the edges. So, let's see. So if I go down here, that's the thing, we're going to have this whole pyramid wall that is likely going to clean up, and it's going to change right there at that edge. I may do the top and just get the pyramid walls at the top here done on all four sides. I mean, obviously we already have that front side done, but if I can get this part here, there we go, and then just again go around the back. Because, yeah, the scroll work is something else that you can see just going across, like, partially because, yeah, we did wash from the top down. Like, that helped a little bit, obviously. But, yeah, if we can just get this to ding, that would be great. There we go. Cool. Man, we're not even at 10%. That is scary. But again, it's how pyramids work, right? And then again, the problem is we have all the inside. So there's a lot going on the inside. But maybe I'll do the outside. I don't know. I'm not even going to speculate. But at some point, I think it'll be like, alright, I've had enough. I can't do it anymore. But I am happy we got the top done, because those are always, like, the trickiest things, I think. But yeah, it's nice that we can walk on it and not have to fight with it too much. Alright. So the good news is, you know, but again, I don't understand this pediment thing. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, I suppose that's the front of the pediment, but it's like, is the pediment? No, it's the shell feature, so yeah, it's just a little odd and weird. But, you know, we'll probably have certain areas that we can get to or can't get to. I would rather not have to climb back up again. How about that? But, like, you know, we're doing a good job, but let's see, is that called the pediment? It is, so, alright, well that makes more sense as to why it's working the way it is, but alright, so point is, I don't think there's much I can do there. So we probably just want to get over. Alright, so that's the palace pediment, and then not as pediment, as you can just see how the signs work. But so I think again we'll try to do this side, and we'll see. And again, the octopus feature might be crazy, but yeah, I mean, this is just a much bigger wall. I think this is like the largest wall we have is this golden wall. Yeah, because at this point, like, I'm on the pediment, which is a little crazy when you get down to it, but, and again, it's not, there's stuff going on, and we might be able to get to it from another angle. I don't know. Right, well, we're past 10% at least. That's a start. Yeah, but it's like these pyramid walls. There's just so much. And like they said, I mean, it was buried in the water, so it's good that it's got like that seaweed color or whatever. So that's at least reasonable. So, wait, so this is all part of the wall? That's interesting. Oh no, okay, so this is a different part. But yeah, basically, so it looks like from the blue on up. So that's the thing, I think this is all still part of the wall. I'm just trying to get this part. But yeah, that's the archway or whatever, so we'll worry about that later. But yeah, we'll go from, I think from the bottom up is just a little bit easier now at this point. Because otherwise there's just too much. Yeah, because again, I think we're going to have, like, there's a part here. Interesting that this part is still not considered complete, and maybe it's the edge. Oh, okay, no, it'll be... There we go. Alright, so we got all that pyramid wall clean, and then we'll be able to come down here and get all this part. And then this is a smaller segment, which is how we got a real quick $50. So these corners will work nicely. Whoops. Getting there, just chewing through this dirt. Yeah, you can see like the really thick stuff, it definitely goes really, really fast. Come on. So we have that, and then, okay, no, we gotta get this stuff taken care of. But I was just like, oh, I have the edge up front there, so we can handle that. But yeah, as I said, there's not much to say. It's just clean, 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 and so we can just focus on that. Like, I might be able to get longer if I'm not talking a lot. I mean, I'll say things every once in a while, but it's going to just mainly be a little bit different than what I do, where I'm usually just talking, and you've got something to listen to. But We don't have that here, so, alright, let's go on down. Alright. So, come over here, get to the edge. Again, get the archway. I think it's all one archway, which is actually kind of nice. But again, this blue is part of it, so let's start down here so we get everything and we get as much credit as we can. Because that's what's going to speed up the finalization of getting the big old ding, maybe. Because now I'm confused. So what's missing? Like, there's not big areas. So yeah, I'm not a fan of that then. Because I don't know. I mean, unless, does it consider this as part of the wall? It seems to. Okay. Well, that makes sense then. Now at least I don't feel too bad if it goes into this walkway. Interesting. Well, I mean, I did get a piece, but yeah, that's the gallery floor, and then yeah, we've got these corners. Okay. Now I feel terrible. It's like, what is missing? What part of the wall do we not have? Come on. Unbelievable. Yeah, because there's not really large areas that aren't cleaned here. Oh, okay. That'll be it. It'll be this little ledge here. There we go. Alright. So that's all this, and then we can go down. We'll get to the bottom, and then we'll go up, but this will be a big, big wall. Because, yeah, it doesn't, like, consider this, like, there's no base or something, which is great. Because we probably don't want a base. Yeah, but I'm almost thinking we're gonna... getting the whole outside done might only be 25%, which is freaking scary when you think about it. But yeah, we'll just go along the edge here, see what we can get, but we're maybe 25% done with this wall. And again, there's just so much here because there's no entrance where that other side was kind of divided a little bit. But we don't really have that same type of thing. Because yeah, we got a long way to go to get through this base. Yeah, there's no talking this time. That's another difference. Like, yeah, there's usually like, hey, do this, do that, but they're probably like, this is a nightmare job enough. Like, we're not gonna even pretend. I mean, I'm sure something will come up somewhere, but it might be like, yeah, you got to get all the way to 25%, and then it's like, you're doing a great job. We're gonna discover the secrets of whatever this is. And I like the whole pacifist thing though, but yeah. Who knows, maybe they were. It's not like we've got records of the wars of Atlantis or something. So, you know, if Atlantis exists, why wouldn't, maybe they were peaceful, and it's only recently that we've become fools But no. I think Atlantis is a myth, but just depends. You know, people need things to believe, try to explain things depending on, you know, what they look at. And people might argue, you know, my method is as much a fairy tale as something like Atlantis. I don't know, but kind of like anybody, I don't feel that way, so I get it. And again, we're only going to know, you know, maybe we won't ever know, but the argument is, you know, if we're right, then we'll know at some point, and if we're not, we won't know that we won't know, so I guess it won't matter either way, right? But it's not like, other than it's some ancient whatever, if these kind of places existed, I mean, that's the thing, like, they haven't found, you know, I think people search for something and then they find something and say, it could be this, but you don't really even get that in, you know, what's left of the scientific community in this world. So, I think people are just starting to give up, at least in the US, about seriousness for a while, because it's just gotten so crazy. But anyway, we'll just embrace the fantasy of Atlantis or whatever it is, and we'll see what they tell us here in Powerwash Simulator. It's been an intriguing yarn, that's for sure. I want to know if the mayor that was like supposedly doing crazy things, is he some weird future guy too? Where they thought he's stealing, you know, I don't know why he'd show up here in the, you know, in the, for them, the past, and oh yeah, go and steal some money. And I'm sure with inflation or whatever else in a couple hundred years, you know, whatever would be a lot here, you know, $4,000 here, probably not worth that much in 140 years. You know, maybe worth a nickel. Alright, very close. So, again, because this is larger, I'm thinking it should ping pretty simply. It shouldn't require me to go too crazy, but I don't know, so we'll see. There we go. Alright. Again, the issue is, you know, the bottom is still just 50. But this will be, again, one of the corner type things like we had. So this should go kind of quickly on the bottom part, because we have that big entrance. It's taking up a lot of room, so you can see we're like already halfway with the little bit we did from the ground, so this should go quickly. But we're going to do our best to make it interesting, and again, it's up to the blue, so yeah, I'm just making sure I'm getting the border, and it just gets a little progress on other things then too, so. Alright, what do we got? Are we there yet? Not yet. Alright, so we got that, and we'll get this side, but I'm gonna then go and do the other bottom first. This is again gonna be some pediment, I'm sure. Oh no, it's the red octopus. Ooh, there's the volcano. Yeah, that doesn't look like it's gonna stop. So, good news is we're really far away, so maybe we'll be okay. I'm sure, like any immediate problem, I don't know. Alright, so let's get up here. Alright, well, the good news is we should be at 20% relatively quickly, I'm sure, before we finish the next part of wall, but you know, at this point while I'm up here, I'm just gonna clean it up. Oh, there we go. Hey, it's Cal. I'm on my way back to Rushless to see what's going on. Okay, that's good, I guess. 20%. So there have been reports of volcanic activity across the entire Pacific Rim. Well, they told us that this is the one that sets them all off. So it makes sense. That really doesn't sound good. No, it does not. But that's how it works. That is how it rolls in these things. Alright, so we'll just do a little bit of this here. And then kind of start going up the wall. So again, you can see where it was really dirty, like that bar moves quickly when we've got solid dirt, like we do on these, so. But I'll go up a little bit, so definitely at 30-some%. Alright, so that's red octopus wall, but we're gonna get down here, get the next piece, and then again, the next side is gonna be lengthy. But we're at about 30 minutes in, so not too bad. I mean, we went quicker at least, because again, it was like 5 minutes to get 5%. Well, no, I guess we took longer. Because yeah, 5 minutes for 5% would be, or 10 minutes for 5%, I think it was. So we're like 5 minutes ahead or so. This 20 should be 40 minutes, and obviously we're faster than that. So let's see. So, rear octopus wall, and this is still considered the wall. So we'll get our progress here and get this clean, because if we can get if we can get part of this to bing, like, that would be awesome, but I think that'll be tricky. I think there's more to it than what we see up here, so I'm thinking it's not going to quite work as nicely. But it will be some progress for sure. Because yeah, see, that's the octopus feature, but this wall is much larger. Alright, so now let's go get the gold. But once I get this one to go, we'll have 3 sides of the pyramid done, which is actually quite nice, so can't say that's bad. Alright, just gonna head down a little bit. I do really like this attachment, though. I just cannot imagine how difficult it would be without it. So yay for trying to do the achievement, because I don't even know that I would have gone to look at the shop. Which is a scary, scary thought, if you really think about it. Alright, and we got this. We'll work our way up, definitely getting down. But yeah, not a whole lot left, but a good amount of progress that we need to make. So we're going to be playing with little bits that we can't see again, I'm sure. Because yeah, I mean, it's moving a little bit, but not to the level I think we'd want. Although there's some good parts here, so maybe. I guess we'll see, right? Alright. Come on. Who's being... go. Thank goodness. Alright. So again, I don't understand why we're not going quicker. Maybe because we're on some sharp, scary wall. But yeah, hitting the shift key, which is what I was trying to do to go quicker. It like resets the C button, which is what lets me not be making the camera move back and forth along with it, where I can just kind of use my sweeping power washer motion. Alright, well, we're gonna have this problem where the scaffold is in the way. I mean, it'd be awesome if I didn't need it, but I'm wondering if it'll be useful inside. Not sure. We'll obviously find out. There we go. We're past it. But now I'm getting a little closer just to get a good clean start on the wall, because yeah, otherwise it's just too far away. And are we halfway? I'd say we're close for sure. So yeah, now we're definitely past halfway, which is again really good. But yeah, we'll be at 25% before we finish this side of the pyramid. Will we get to 30? That's going to be the real test. Again, as we go up, obviously it'll be a little less of the wall, and yeah, we go all the way through the blue, and we're gonna have the same problem where we have the floor in there. Yeah, there is a lot. We got the edge there. Yeah, it's almost like we need a turbo nozzle for this, although this is pretty darn good in certain angles, so I guess I can't really complain too much. Yeah, because this one doesn't quite move as quick as the other one did, where you could kind of just watch it creep up as I was doing really thick dirt, but it like takes a few seconds in between because obviously there's large square footage here. That beautiful bean footage. Yeah, it's like barbecue sauce, right? Bush's barbecue sauce, it just got a little dirty. Alright. Again, we've got to get through the blue. Oh no, the blue's the next part, so never mind. It's under the blue. But yeah, what we do need is to get in here. Oh no, okay, this is the upper part. But we'll deal with it now that I'm up here. Just so we can get that part taken care of. That, get those, again, get all the angles that we can, and now we'll hop up here, and I'm guessing it's kind of still going to be the underside. There we go. Cool. Alright, so now we'll make our way up to the next one, but yeah, we're clearly past 25% already. See if we make it to 30. I don't know that we will. Because again, keep in mind this is a smaller area. Because obviously we're going up a pyramid. But yeah, this will probably be a pretty nice site once I get this wall done. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, it's going to be a good area of the outside. I just think, man, the inside's going to take some work. Because I saw there were like statues and whatever. Yeah, there's stuff going on. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to get into other things. I was going to say I don't really know anything about the golf thing, where we're at, but it's not even worth worrying about again. Alright, so this again is the palace pediment. The figurehead kind of cleaned up, but again, we'll get this taken care of. Doesn't seem like we're in the middle, but clearly we are. Alright, and then we have this. Yeah, it feels a little bit like the subway, where I kind of pushed in the beginning and I got to 37%, but just couldn't do it anymore. Because yeah, this has been, I mean, doing this for an hour and a half, it's a lot. So when you're cleaning this much stuff, it does kind of overwhelm you pretty quickly. All right, so just get down the side. And again, we'll start down at the bottom. So we'll get the blue more thoroughly cleaned up, and then we'll work our way up. See what we can do. But obviously, again, as you can see, it does move kind of quickly when we hit a lot of dirt. But still, we are definitely, obviously, down to the last little bit here. So it's going to take hunting and pecking in areas, but yeah, we know we have that lip, so we did learn that, so we'll go deal with that now. There we go. All right. So, yeah, if we head over here, I mean, now we've got a pretty good view, I'd say. Yeah, that's not bad. We've definitely made some good progress. I don't know what part to try next. I mean, I suppose somehow I feel there's some trick about moving this guy. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe if I just pick him up. Give me a... Whoop. Where can I send him? But no, I thought I could pick him up. Alright. I'm gonna go put him over on the rock somewhere. Why won't it rotate? Alright, well, we'll just put him down there. I tried. But at least he's out of there. Just interesting that it's still like some little king or something. Alright, entrance pillar. I'm sure it's all four sides, so Well, we've made it to 30%. So we didn't do it on the walls, but we got there pretty quick. Yeah, the atrium floor, I'm sure, is nice and big. Wow, just so much. Just crazy. Alright, if we go in here. I must have gotten some of the back here. I'm not quite sure how, but obviously popping in here. So I'm like, wow, we did 2 sides and we're past 50%, but we obviously had more of the rest of it. That's the question, like, can we really get enough here, or is it going to require us to go see upper, climb up on top and get the last pieces? And that's kind of what it looks like. I mean, there could be some stuff here. Not sure. No, there's really not much there, so that's not great. But we're higher up now, so at least we can get these other areas and get some good cleaning done here. So entrance supports. Can't get to the bottom of the figureheads from there, but it's alright. At least, make some progress on the entrance wall. I'm sure that's just an atrium pillar. Alright. So let's go back on the floor. Wow. I just don't know if it's going to take another 2 months for me to do this, because yeah, it was just so, I mean, and some of it was, it was so hard to be motivated to go back to the subway platform, because that was such a big job. And that's where I'm a little worried that the bonus jobs are going to be kind of like that. They're just going to be all huge. And in that case, I don't know how quickly I'm going to go through that. So, like, when we finish the career, I'm definitely going to say, hey, we finished the career on the video. I think I'll keep the same. I'm not going to start another series for the bonus jobs. But yeah, I think it's fair to say, hey, we've accomplished the basics. Because I know there is an achievement for finishing the career level. And again, I'm sure there's other achievements for finishing the extra content too, but don't know. Because as I said, I've only got 9 out of 100 for Powerwash Simulator right now, which is crazy if you think about it. Alright. So, I'm losing the motivation to continue. I mean, yeah, I'm getting a few things done here and there, but there is just so much left. I mean, it's insane. It's like cavernous. You're like, oh my god, what? I mean, I'm happy I got the trim on both sides, so I can't dispute that's a feeling of accomplishment. But everything else, not so much. Alright, so we got the entrance support cleaned. We might be able to get this one then too. Cool. Alright. Because if I start doing stuff like that, yes, then there is a little bit like, well, all right, it feels like I'm making good progress. Maybe let's push it a little bit. Because yeah, if I could get, oh my gosh, if I could get to 50%, that would be awesome. I just don't know that I can. Trying to figure out, all right, so that's the centerpiece. Some cool stuff when you clean it off. So, but yeah, the atrium floor, I'm like, getting that done would be pretty cool, but I just don't know how challenging and time consuming that will be. Although we've done 25% at least, so not crazy. And I'm sure some of that is because, yeah, inside here there isn't much. Although it's doing the wall trim there. So yeah, it's hard to be like, what's really part of the floor? And again, it's moving a little bit, but it's not moving anything like the outside pyramid was, which again makes you feel like, my God, the atrium floor is gigantic. Where's the centerpiece begin is really the question too. Alright, looks like basically these areas here, so that's partially why it's moving quicker, because you're very quickly hitting the centerpiece. But then we do have those areas there. Yeah, the question is, like, how far does the wall trim go? Not too far, so maybe it'll ding for me soon. There we go. Alright. So I'm guessing this is another piece. And it must go around the edges, so we'll keep going that way and obviously keep making progress on the floor. Because obviously, yes, if we get the floor, we get the trim, like, we're going to have a lot of just, again, nice space here that when we come in is going to feel like we did something versus some of this other stuff. Because, again, the centerpiece is going to be a lot. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do all that at this point. Because, yeah, my wrist's starting to hurt a little bit. I don't want to push things too much and then, have injuries. Alright, the wall trim again. So, I'm liking that it's just not making it insanely difficult. Oh, see, there's like a mural, there's all kinds of, what the heck do we have? There's a Ferris wheel. Are they showing that they created the carnival? That is funny. I don't even know. They like settled Muckingham early. It's pretty funny. I will give these guys an A for creativity. That it just isn't, hey, Wishy, that statue is of you, right? What? Is it like a washing guy? No. How does it feel to be worshipped as a god by an ancient underwater civilization destroyed thousands of years before your birth? A little odd. And why do they think it's me? It just looks like a person. I mean, it's not like they're wearing a Powerwash suit or something. That's what I thought was going to be there, but it's not. Alright, so anyway, let me keep going. Good news is we've suddenly gotten ourselves to 40%. So yeah, maybe we can get through the floor. Oh, the pillars back here are thinner, so that's interesting. I thought they'd be somewhat mirror images in the front and rear, but clearly that was really the front over there, so they gave it a lot more preferential treatment. Right. So that is done around the edge, right? I just need to get around the corner here. And again, I'm sure it won't take much. And then it'll pop for me. Oh, maybe it goes all the way around. No. Oh, interesting that it went that. Okay, because that's the entrance trim. Alright, I get it now. Alright, well, we're definitely more than halfway on the floor. I'd say 60% isn't out of the question. We're certainly past 50, but maybe we were at like 55. Not sure. But, and again, we're going to have kind of a larger space here, like we did at the front. And then we'll have the pillars if I want to mess with those. Yeah, we got to 40, and now it's like we can't make any progress. We just went from 41 to 42. Okay, finally got to 43, but yeah, 50 might, like we may get the floor done and still not be at 50, which is a scary thought. To have the outside structure and then the main floor inside, and then you're still not complete. That is just nuts. Yeah, that volcano looks crazy angry. So oh, well, that's the rear entrance platform now, so we're not even on the atrium floor anymore. If I go that far out. Again, it doesn't hurt. Obviously, the more progress we can make, the better, right? Rear entrance support. Okay, how involved that is. Cool. Love it. We can just get some quick wins in certain areas. That would be really, really nice. Alright. Get the floor here. Huh. There we go. I'm like surprised. I was surprised. I'm like, there's just this sliver left. Like this should go. It took a bit, but it did go. Alright. So we have that. Alright, we got the rear entrance platform. That's awesome. We'll get focused back on the atrium floor here. But yeah, we've got the edges, the trim again. Again, I don't know. I would think by the time we get the floor done, we'll be at over 100, over 5,000. That would seem to make sense. That is a really tall pillar. But it's, you know, high in the center there, so again, not unheard of. I don't know why the floor seems much more challenging. Maybe it's like set to be more caked on or something. I don't know, but it does seem like a lot more work to get the floor clean than, say, the wall or the trim. Like, the trim goes pretty quickly, but the floor is much more established. All the centerpiece, and the centerpiece at this point is way more done than we were. You know, way more more than halfway. That's really what I'm looking to say. Way more done. You know what that means, right? Way more done. But yeah, because I think the inside is something like totally different. Yeah, that's like the podium or whatever. Alright, so we'll get these parts, but yeah, the trim should obviously being it's once we go around, but this is like, again, the whole section. It's the alcove trim, as it says. So I'll have to go all the way around. There we go. I'm feeling like we're close to a breakthrough. I mean, that we're down to probably less than 5% of the atrium floor left. And there's, again, plenty to work on, but this is, again, that little thin piece, but we do have kind of a bigger floor area there that we'll mark off pretty fast. And then let's see if we can get the atrium wall, and then, okay, entrance wall trim is done. So let's just focus on the remainder of this. It's definitely getting small. Come on, just give it to me. This is big enough, I shouldn't have to go looking for a ton of dirt here, but it's gonna make me do that. I can't believe it. It's crazy. Alright, well, I see some there, some here. Alright, now I wonder, again, is there some, like, atrium floor? No, that's all centerpiece stuff, it seems, so that's not gonna matter. Yeah, there's a lot of... Yeah, because I don't know, like, is that crevice part of the centerpiece? Yeah, I'm almost positive that it is. But yeah, we've got all these areas. Wow. So I think it's just gonna take going around and around. Again, this is all centerpiece. $40. $40 for the whole floor. But again, it looks nice. Alright, well, at this point, I will get to 50% or more. I mean, that would be crazy not to now. So, let's see. The centerpiece is going to be tricky, I think, because, yeah, there's just a lot of stuff here. Oh, but it's counting that wall and all that, and the steps, so this may go, thank goodness, it may go quicker than I would think, but maybe not. Alright, so I'm like, what's the floor and what's the podium? You know, the centerpiece and all that. So yeah, at this point, alright, cool, 25. And that's the whole middle. Alright, so let's see if we can get the podium. So again, lots of nooks and crannies. Yeah, the statue's kind of there. here, so that should take some pieces, but it didn't take nearly as much as I had hoped it would, which is a little scary. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's definitely an underside here. Let me kind of make sure I'm getting all that, because I'm sure that will be a big portion of... Whoops. Hadn't hit that in a long time. Yeah, the podium... just an interesting portion, I guess. I don't know how else to say it. 'Cause yeah, it's not taking a lot away. Alright, I'm thinking... the question is this part? Okay, yeah. If the floor is part of the podium, which it is, like, yes, then we need to get other areas up here, because obviously there's a lot going on here. Whoops. That should then help, hopefully. Come on. There we go. Cool. Alright. So that's that, and again, the statue's gonna take a bit, but yeah, there's some statue back. I don't know. Maybe it is some kind of weird power wash thing, but not crazy. Trying to get every little piece, so I'm sure it's gonna be a little tricky to get all the areas of the statue, but yeah, I'm sure we have to get it from the top too. Alright, like there's a good stopping point, I suppose, but it's just funny, because yeah, now this is like the town, and then let's see how quick the murals go, because I don't know if the mural's really just exactly that. Like, see, that's the mural frame. The mural frame is clean. There we go, the mural is clean. Now, is this another? It is. Okay. Because these will be good, you know, income producers. But yeah, that's the fishing boat. That's the little cottage. So yeah, basically everything that we cleaned will be represented here, I'm pretty sure. Which is pretty funny when it's like, oh yeah, we came from the future, and right, but this is just a wall, yes. So the murals are in the alcoves. Alright, so I will, yeah, get the 6 murals done. And I'm going to call it for this segment, but we'll put it all in one video again, however long it turns out to be. But at this point, yeah, I've got an hour and 15 minutes of recording, so I'm not quite sure what's left on the frame. But yeah, maybe we'll get to 55, we'll see. But either way, we're over 5,100. So there we go. And now we just need this side. So yeah, it's the Ferris wheel. Not sure what... Oh, that's the bathroom. Okay, and then this will be... the flying saucer or something? I don't know, maybe something we haven't seen yet. I can't imagine there's going to be more stuff. That would be crazy. That would honestly be insane. Alright. There we go. I'm like, why is the frame not dinging? Yeah, we got frame. Atrium alcove. Wait, atrium alcove wall. Oh, probably because, yeah, this is all part of the wall. It is, I mean, there's a little bit of addiction to it, where it's like, yeah, I don't mind doing it. So there we go. So we got all that. I'll go get it done here. Because that's like an easy one, honestly. Went pretty quick. And that's, again, like a good segment of size, so it just makes it feel like you've done something. Alright, 15 bucks, and now we're still at 55. But like, this is again where we came in. There's I love our van like attached underneath. So yeah, it still looks pretty filthy in here, but we did a good amount. I mean, we'll have to get something in. So I know we have the scaffold. Do we have like the ladder or anything around? I don't know that we do. Right, I was just not sure if we could do some things. But yeah, there we are. That's pretty cool, pretty funny. So another starfish. I'm sure there's like hidden things. Just wondering, you would think there's got to be stuff I could find. Yeah, see, there isn't much. Yeah, that we're gonna need the scaffold for, I think. All right, I'm gonna call it for now. But hey, we got more than half done in one sitting, which is better than the subway. But I'm a little worried about the rest, though, because the inside, I think, is going to be still difficult. I mean, we made some good portions, but I think that ceiling has got more stuff falling around than one would think. But I'll be back in a bit. Heading back in here, and we'll see where we get to. But I'm gonna go grab this scaffold and start working on kind of both ends here. To see what we can do. Just try putting that there. I don't know, I might not quite be far enough over, but we'll see. Alright, yeah, this is not high enough yet. I want to get here and just get into this space. Yeah, the hope is then I can get far enough along. Now, yeah, the entrance wall, I'm not sure. Maybe it's the side, although I thought I had gotten most of the side, but maybe I started to and was like, well, I can't finish it all anyway, so let's not worry about it. Alright, well, there we go. Okay, cool. $20 right away. and 1%, which is even better. So, get over here, or get past there. Good news is, alright, cool. We can kind of get all the way to the edge. Again, there's a ledge up there that we'll need. Okay, so this is part of the pediment that we had. Now, yeah, let's see. How do we... We're really not going to get the figurehead, huh? Wow. Well, maybe I don't have the other side. There's a lot there. Alright, let's go up, I think. Because I think at this point, there's just too much otherwise. But there we go. Huh. Yeah, you would think I'd be in better shape. I guess there's a top, too, but it doesn't seem like there's enough. Okay, so this whole thing is the entrance pediment. So now it explains why I wasn't getting very far up top. I mean, if the whole front down here, halfway down on the front, is part of this, like, wow. That's a lot, for sure. Alright, again, just trying to be thorough, but not crazy. Oh, now this is the shell feature. This part is not the pediment. So confusing. I don't know if we have 1 or 2 more levels to go. Yeah, this should be... Oh, I see. Alright, that little part is pediment. It's hard to get at the angles that we have here. Because, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get underneath. Like, once I go higher up, it's going to be too much. So, try this. See where everything lines up. Alright, we will go up. Oh, this is the top level. Alright, so, again, not sure what I've gotten, but maybe I just have to go up the side to really get it. Hopefully, we can get this all cleaned up. There we go. Awesome. Alright. Now the problem is I don't have a whole lot left to clean on this. So what is the entrance pediment? Or is there... Maybe there's a side. Alright. Get over here. Thought I... Oh no, I guess I did not. Alright. So we did not really go down this way. And yeah, there's pediment down the side there. Okay. Question is, oh, yeah, well, that makes some sense now, because, yeah, if all of this is still dirty, well then, wow. So, let's see if I can get most of it. If I can, and do the same on the other side, then I might be good. I don't understand how. Looks like we've got a little bit there too. Let's go It looks dirty, but I think it's just a shadow, because yeah, we're not getting any glowing reaction there. Well, now I'm not too thrilled, because yeah, there's this, but is this really going to be enough? Not yet. Whoop. Alright, well. This is crazy. Alright, well, I might be able to, yeah, get up this way. Alright, guess we'll go to the sides, because I clearly can't get what I need on all of these. Again, that's like entrance wall. And then there is like some of that there. But yeah, this is rough. I mean, we're only, because yeah, there's a couple levels here. Oh look, he's back. He got put back in place. Alright, so let's go. Whoops. Gotta hit the same key. Actually, I gotta get, I'm guessing I'm near the figurehead or something. Something up above was hitting me. Okay, well, we got this edge. I don't know that I saw that, so that might help. Alright, cool. So we got that. Entrance wall, entrance mosaic wall. Alright, well that was worth it right there. A little bit more. Just seems really far away from anything here. Alright, so the figurehead is clean. It's not sure. Let's see, we got some undersides there. Man, there's just little bits and pieces. Okay. I don't think this is where I need to be, so let's move over here. Guessing again, it'll be the same type of thing. No, there's just a lot more of the... Oh, alright, cool. Well, glad the pediment was taken care of, so it was the underside up here, because I wasn't over there, so... But my guess is, again, the entrance wall... Not as obvious as it should be. It's entrance ceiling. Guess we'll keep going up, because we haven't gotten the wall, and we don't have the figurehead done yet. What don't we have? Maybe there's some inside piece there that I didn't do, because it does kind of wrap around the edge a little bit. Oh goodness, there was a lot there. Alright, so we got the figurehead. We'll flop down here. Yeah, that's part of entrance wall. There we go. Alright. So maybe we focus on the interior. I mean, one area is as good as the other. I guess let me see if I can get the entrance ceiling. So there are definitely pieces. There we go. Cool. Now we'll do the atrium outer ceiling, which I assume is kind of going to be like the atrium floor. This just does not seem like doing that well. Don't know what else to say. It's high up, but I didn't see any ladders or anything, so... Oh, I see, that's a pillar top. Now I get it. Alright, it's working, it's just not working quickly. Okay, and there's the inner ceiling. So I think until it goes up into the tray... Cal here, there's no chance of getting near the volcano rim, but I've spotted something weird. I'm going for a closer look. Alright. Okay, so that's part of the wall. I'm going to try to stay on the ceiling. Because I think that's just better. It's an abandoned mobile mining drill, and it's broken into the magma chamber itself. Maybe they were trying to relieve the pressure back then or something. The operation likely destabilized the whole place. What has the mayor done? Oh, that's right, he did have... I think we did clean a drill at some point. See, the mayor might be part of this whole thing. Who knows? Hard to say. Still not halfway. But just like the floor was big, I mean the ceiling's probably not very small either, so. Interesting though, because I would say the edge is, has been more than the rest of it. Like, when I go along the edge, look how fast that cleans up. So I guess let me do that real quick, and we'll make some good progress. Yeah, because that's the wall. Let's see, that's considered part of the ceiling there. And then, yeah, that'll be like the rear chamber or whatever. You can see just doing those pieces, I mean, my God, we're down to, unless, you know what, I wonder if the rim is, like, different. Yeah, I think it is. Now that I think about it. So, never mind. I thought I had discovered some great movement or motion or something, and I really have not. Alright, so, yeah, there's that inner edge there. That's going to be one of those that once again would not work. Alright, so, just keep working through here. And the good news is the inner ceiling A is not that big, so it's obviously working quicker. I do think rotating it is helpful. Kind of in essence creating my own turbo nozzle like we had. Oh, that's part of the inner. And again, it doesn't hurt, but it's just not helping my goal of getting the outer done. Man, these pillars are crazy. Quite dirty, but again, if they were submerged, kind of like what I did in the first part, you know, we'll see how long I keep saying anything, but, alright, good news is we're getting there. We're getting close. 25% maybe left. Means 75% is done. I don't know why this is having such a hard time, like, getting clean here. So I don't know, the swirl might not work as well as I thought. Alright, there's a lot here, so hopefully we can make some good progress. Oh, this is still, that's right, it's outer until it, like, goes into the lip. Kind of forgot about that. I was, like, just focusing on the white, but I'm like, no, I need to do more than that. Yes, it just feels like these pillars should be possible a lot more. Alright, so again, we're trying to get here. I'm sure I'm going to have to go in and get the edge again. But yeah, once we start getting down to kind of the sliver level, that's where you feel like, oh, it could ding at any time. But there's always a good amount. Definitely down. We're not at the sliver level yet, but alright, so let's get the edge here. I don't know how much of it we hadn't done. I think we did a good bit of it, so yeah, we got a lot, so now it's just gonna be, you know, getting enough to get it to say it's complete. Because, yeah, there's just segments kind of all over. And that's the thing, we've got like speckles all around. Oh boy. Somehow I think this is going to take way more time than one would hope, but bunch over here, so maybe getting this segment like nicely handled. I mean, it's making a slight dent, but not as much as I would have thought. There we go. Alright. That's the outer. Whoa. What are we doing there? Yeah, I can't reach the top there. Interesting. Are there stairs? Well, anyway, let's see if we can get the inner, because I think that's just this bottom part, but then whatever that is, yeah, gallery ceiling. How do we get to the gallery? There's got to be ladders somewhere then. But that explains why we have so much, because there could be all kinds of space up there that then spreads out above the floor here. Because, yeah, there's the central opening as well, but I'm like, again, doing too many pieces. I need to just focus on one. Alright, what have we got? Clearly, again, something isn't going. That's never fun. Come on. Bet we have a lip or something up there. 'Cause, yeah, that's central opening. Oh, there's a little bit there. Not enough, so but yeah, I'm gonna have to probably go around and see what I can find. I just don't know how much we have left on these. Alright. So yeah, the pillars should be kind of easy at this point, I would hope. Now that we can see everything else and we've gotten other big sections. Holy moly, yeah, there's a lot on this one left. But this may go, yeah, all the way to the top here, that's why. Because at this point, with the outer ceiling done, like, these are what the pillars connect to, and they should clear up pretty nicely. Now I do have to get the atrium, or the other pillar on the outside. Alright, I'm sure I got whole sides, given how much of this is left. And hopefully, again, a quick ding. There we go. Alright. Alright, so we're going to try to get these. It's an atrium pilaster. But I'm guessing, yeah, we've got this back side. And then that'll be the wall. But it's like every little bit will help and, you know, make it feel like we've done something here. There we go. Alright, I'm assuming this wall will just be the wall. Although, I don't know, it's like, is it together? It might be. I'm not sure where the dividing space is. Probably just around the corner here, so I would think like this piece is together with it. Alright, yep. Got that. The mural frame is somehow... There we go. That's not done. Oh, the mural is not done. Alcove wall is. Alright, and the ceiling, I assume, will go relatively quickly. Because it's just these alcoves, so they're not that big. Alright. That. And again, then we can get these walls done, and then yeah, we're gonna have to figure out the upper part, but how do we get to the gallery? Because you'd think there'd be stairs or something, but because again, if we can go to the gallery, we can also get to the top of the statue. Not quite sure why this wall seems more difficult than the others. Yeah, it's definitely much more sporadically clean here. But maybe I'm just going too fast? I don't know. Because, yeah, I think the wall will go around the edge there. It's like, yeah, all of this is key, and then we've got those pillars that are not done. And we've got to do the outside, and alright, so the rear entrance wall is clean, atrium wall is clean. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. Might not be able to get these pillars till we get outside, because that's kind of what got them clean. otherwise. Because we had the up top type thing. Yeah, I'm thinking there's some of that. But we'll see what we can get on the wall. Oh, so there's like a wall niche. Little niches. Nieces and nephews. Alright. Yeah, I knew this would... Again, I'll get what I can off the ground, but like I think it's going to be a challenge to do the rest of that. I'm surprised. Well, I am surprised. I thought getting that niche there would have been good. Huh. Must be maybe something up top, so I'll worry about it later, I guess. Alright, we'll get the outside of the pillar. Oops. Alright, what am I missing? Oh, the whole back side. That would be a big mess. Alright, well that one's done. What am I missing on this one? Alright, there we go. Alright, rear entrance ceiling. Let's do it so that we're pretty good into the temple. We'll do the walls. Get those taken care of. Looks like we've got a rear support that we gotta get done. Alright. I think I got the one on the one side, but obviously not on the other. Alright. We have this area. But there's still more somewhere, huh? So there's stuff. No, that's the octopus feature. So, interesting. Come on. I'm wondering again if there's... looks like I got most of it, but alright, there we go. So now let's try to get the walls. Entrance wall. Did I get? Yeah, got the other one. Alright, cool. Alright, well, we're past 75%. That is a milestone for sure. Yeah, I'll be surprised, like, if there is still something after this. I mean, given how involved this was and how small the sliver is, I would think this is the last job in the career. But obviously we will find out. Yeah, I think we have this wall and one more atrium wall, because we basically did one side. But like once we do this, get all this done, like the interior, other than the statue and the stuff in the center, is in pretty good shape. So it's a little amazing to me. But yeah, like I said, I'm just worried these Muckingham files are big. I don't know that I want to touch. I don't know that I even want to look at it, because unless I'm ready to start working and doing 45% of this, assuming I get done, because you know how it goes, that last 10, 5, 1% sometimes turns into, oh my goodness, it's 30 minutes of work. Alright, got that. Just make sure. Okay, we're good there. We just need to get the alcove ceiling, which again we know on the other side went pretty fast. But just trying to not go too quick and then have to redo areas. Because yeah, we're not down to the et yet, for sure. So something is not cleaning up nicely. Not sure what yet, but it's something. Come on. Ding for me. Ding for me. Maybe that way, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I guess I can see kind of around the back. Alright. And then, yes. Knew we had this wall, but we had a good portion of the outside part done. So, we were already like halfway when we got here, which is great. And then we will take some time to just view the beauty inside. We have a lot of the outside done. Most of the outside, I think. I don't know that we really have much left. Alright. So there's that. Yeah, not... Ooh. Okay, so we've got, like, basically the up top. What is this? The atrium ceiling wall. Let's see. But yeah, as I said, there's, like, ledges up there. Yeah, that's not gonna help. Which you can see, there's a lot of dirt up there. Just don't know if we can't really get there. So there's got to be a ladder somewhere or something. It's like the scaffold's clearly too large to get in there. So let me just look around. You'd think we would have run into it outside. But again, I guess I was kind of more looking at the building than I was the components, but yeah, there's nothing. It's very weird. Very, very weird. Alright. We got the niche again. And then the wall. And I think this is all like one wall across to both sides, so we're kind of partial to what we had. Alright, well, definitely got that, but yeah, I think there's parts up top that we're not hitting, and then hey, there are traces of odd luminous ore everywhere. I've never seen anything like it. Okay, well, that would make sense. Alright, there's definitely no ladder there. Is there a ladder inside? I don't know, maybe from the side, because there are those palace things up top. So maybe I can get in from up above. I'm trying to just hit this in a good direction so that everything down here is kind of handled. You know, because again, getting it from up is different. Alright. So let's go to the back. Because that's obvious. Like, that's easy. And then we'll go to the side and maybe I'll have to, like, jump in or something. I don't know. I'll worry about it when I need to worry about it, I guess. I don't know, there's not much there, so... Let me flip this around, though. Nice and close. I think we're in good shape. Again, I could be crazy. But there we go. So the niche is done. Whoop, that was not really good. Just walked right off. I'm just trying too hard to get there. Alright, so now we want to go up. So the rear is facing the volcano, so it's not like they were like, ooh, we're honoring or worshiping the volcano with this building. Clearly it was, the front was a different direction. Hence why it's called the front, right? Right, yeah. I'm like, not getting that underside is going to be a problem. I can guarantee that. So, alright, here we had a good angle so we could get most of it. Alright, and it's calling it the ornament. I see, that is definitely an octopus. It's a little tricky to make out, but not crazy. Alright, let's see if we can get a cleaner view here. Goodness, I did not realize we had not touched any of this. Alright, well, good news is we can get most of this. Although, yeah, there's pieces I might need to jump off here and come at it because, yeah, the down is hard to reach. Oh, come on, really? Well, I'm sure there's little pieces here and there, so. Alright. Nice. Alright. So. Alright, the octopus feature is cleaned. Over here, maybe? No. Part of the wall ornament is still dirty. Thought I got the bottom. Alright, the octopus wall is cleaned. And again, I'm not getting the ornament. Alright, do I have some down? No, I cleaned down here. I guess we'll have to move over. Alright, well, let me check. At the bottom, like, because this ornament should be cleaned. I don't understand. Unless, oh, I see. Well, I'm like, I still can't get to it. Because, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like an outside area I'm not getting. So we'll move over there, and that should be good for that. And then we'll just have to figure out what we're doing on the outside. And hopefully we can get inside. Oh boy, yeah, there's a lot there. Alright, so I think all of this is done. Just quicker to fall off since we can't really get hurt. Alright, so thinking. No, I'm in the wrong. Still not in the right place. So let's move it a little bit further. Whoop. Like I thought I had it. That's probably better. I don't know, maybe we can just walk in from the slope. Because, yeah, we're not gonna... My goodness. Like, I obviously can't get much closer here. But, yeah, if I can't wash it from out here, it's gonna be tricky. But, yeah, we can walk... And we had walked in, so silly me, but... anyway. But yeah, it was too difficult, I think, to get it from the bottom. Alright, and at least we cleaned enough of the palace pediment. See, like at that point, now we're in the interior wall. I just want to make sure. Well, I can probably get that. Now, what I can't get is the side of the figurehead. There we go. Alright. So the palace figurehead is done. Now if I go here and we just take off the walls here, the archway, and it's probably just one big archway. Oh yeah, and the inside counts. And alright, we'll focus on the archway. Oh, that's it, huh? Alright, so we did the other side. Okay, now I feel better. I'm like, how do we get there? But I forgot that we had kind of been up here already, because I'm like, there are no ladders. Like, clearly a problem. Alright, we'll do the gallery floor. Maybe we'll do the gallery ceiling. We'll kind of do the same thing. Get the floor, then get the ceiling. Alright, but this is central floor opening again, so it's like the gallery floor is outside. So I think the gallery floor is outside the yellow. So if I want to focus on that, I definitely need, you know, to be more to the outer edge, and then we'll worry about the inside. I mean, again, getting it clean early doesn't hurt, but it's not getting done what I need. Alright, and at least there's no gallery alcove or anything like that. This is all just gallery floor, but my goodness, this does not feel like progress is being made. And again, I'm sure there's a big opening on the other side that will go, but I mean, we're not even at halfway yet. It's crazy. Alright, well, I'm feeling a little better, because I'm thinking like it's just this space, and then obviously the center thing's down below, which might be a little easier shooting from up here. So, because obviously we can see the statue kind of making an appearance. Alright, well, I'm past halfway, thank goodness, but it still doesn't seem like enough. But again, I think we do have the whole, yeah, I mean, we have the whole side to go do, so it's not like there isn't clearly, obviously, hunks of floor to take care of, but just not as defined as what we had before. And yes, we'll do the central whatever next. We'll just kind of clean the floor up, maybe see if we can quickly get the bottom to the statue to give up its pieces and say it's clean. Just waiting for that 85 too. We're not quite there. Alright, well, it's moving a little bit, but wow, does not feel like it's moving enough. Because there's not any really big pieces left here. Wow. Alright. So again, what have we got? What have we got? That's inner. I was like, oh, there's a ton over there, but there really isn't. So yeah, it's just playing the game. There we go. Alright. $40, not bad. And again, maybe while we're here and we're at an opening, we'll see what we can do. Now, I am surprised, although maybe we can see the backpack better from the other side. Alright, well, we got the statue symbol cleaned, so that's nice. parapet. We'll kind of do all the angles we can, because there's no point in like going around another time to get other things. We'll just focus on the center and see what we can do. But yeah, until we get to the other side of the statue, I'm not quite sure there's a whole lot. Alright, so that's the parapet. Yeah, we can definitely see an angle over there. Alright, so I get in there. Cool. That's what I was worried, is like, can I see the backpack, or will it just not be possible? Alright, and I can get to those openings there. It looks dirty on the other side, but it may not be, so could be an optical illusion that's going to draw me down and then require me to go up and around. I really would prefer not to fall down from up here, because it's just like a lot of work to come fix things up then. Again, we can get like the opposite side. I don't think we got the back of that one yet, but so I might have to go around a little bit, but we'll see. Alright, cool. The statue, the trident, is there anything? There may be nothing else that's blinking. That may be it. The trident in the backpack and the statue itself. So that's terrific if that's what we have. Alright, and again, I'm not sure that I was focusing on the back of this on the other area. Alright, floor is done. And we just need these parapets done. Yeah, the back is clearly not really taken care of cleanly. Yeah, it was like I started doing that here, but now let's go get these from here. Alright, there's that. And then I assume we'll get this one. Alright, opening. Alright, so did I knock him down, or did he fall over? Now I'm wondering, like, did we get some sort of... Okay, so the centerpiece, and then inner and ceiling wall. So, don't know where we'll focus from, but... Alright, I can get over there, that will help. Man, this is, again, not coming off easily. They're like, we're gonna make you work for this. Holy moly. I don't understand. Why is it so challenging? Yeah, the ceilings are awful. Alright, then there's a ceiling wall. So yeah, I don't know what to focus on. There's just so much grime here. Alright, let's turn around. That will help for sure. You know, it's coming off, but you can see I've got to be like super, super deliberate here. Where this part is not quite as stubborn. Alright, well, we're at 90, so that is a big milestone. Certainly, I mean, we're almost at an hour again, but alright, let's see. If I head over this way, we have a little bit easier access to anything, not entirely, but somewhat. Now, there's some weird angles for sure. But yeah, like getting those lights like cleaned up is It's a bit. Again, we can get closer there, that helps. And again, we're kind of getting there, but man, this thing is filthy and a large percentage left to go yet. Alright, let's see. Because I don't know that I can get the right angles underneath here. And it's kind of working. But it's kind of not working. If that makes sense. Again, we've got the inner ceiling, the wall. Just a lot of detail. Okay, so that like nook and cranny is still considered part of the ceiling wall. So yeah, you can see like it's speckled all over the place according to this. I mean, good news is we are kinda getting down. Wow. Yeah, this one feels like a lot. I don't know why, but the centerpiece is difficult. Like when it goes, I'll be so happy. Alright. Yay. Now wait, there's... Oh, okay. Gallery inner. So, let's see, where's... Oh, I see, inner that way. Alright, so where's the big part for inner? Is there some giant piece I'm missing? Not entirely, but if there is, it's probably the other side, so... Let me get over here. 'Cause yeah, we've got like stuff up there. And this wall. Alright. Inner's cleaned. Now I'm trying to get the ceiling wall, but again, I think the ceiling wall goes... Yeah, this is all of this. Alright, so I don't know that it makes sense, again, to go over and over and over. So I may do large chunks of this too, just while I'm in the space, like clean the space, right? Alright, well, we should hit 95, I would think, pretty darn quickly. And we're certainly going to do it before we get out of the gallery. Alright, that wall is done. So, broken into more pieces for sure. Alright, so we'll go, I guess, this way. Oh, we've got more murals. Oh, there's the hand and the saucer and... So, a lot of stuff. Interesting, though. Again, what... Alright, the ceiling support. But there's stuff. There we go. I'm like, something is making that not clean up, which doesn't make sense to me. Alright, so we got the mural wall. I'm thinking, yeah, the pole is one. I'm just not sure how close I am to the back, but it seems okay. Alright, because yeah, the ceilings, I think now will be part of the last part. Again, more murals. So, what have we got here? Not sure. Oh, I guess did we have like the stegosaur in the playground? Is that what that is? I think so. I think that's what we're looking at there. So it's kind of funny that all of this has got something to do with I don't know if it's the, you know, the future people that came from, you know, so they're not aliens, they're just part of what we got here, but alright. Gallery ceiling, gallery wall, gallery ceiling support. And yeah, we gotta get the outside, but yeah, there we go, we're at 95. So we did get there. Alright, gallery wall, and then yeah, we got this archway that we need to get done. But we'll obviously go see if we can just take care of this stuff out here. Because yeah, I don't know that I tried to get all the features from outside. So it's possible that I can do it all from the roof and the ground, but I don't know. So we've got the figurehead. We've got this. Because yeah, this is the whole. Can we do the pediment? You know, or will it not clean itself off here? All right. Well, the figurehead happened, so. And it's looking like we can get the pediment, but I don't know. So let's see. Just need it to blink, and then we're good. Wow. All right. Well, we're not getting it yet. Okay, but we did get it there. So I think that's everything there. So let's go back in. And is that the support? Yeah, alright. And this is the archway support. Alright, so we're good there. Up to 96, but again, we got, I think we officially have all the outside done now. Alright, ceiling inner is done. Obviously, again, we're trying to get the ceiling wall and the... Whoop, I didn't realize I had gone on the outside edge. That's crazy. That was not what I was expecting. Alright, we got that. So cars, RVs, that's funny. There's the RV spaceship. Mural wall. Again, we'll get this post. That seemed to go pretty easy. It did. Alright, and then the motorcycles, and even that large ancient bike. That's crazy. That's from the future. So they're like, they were really trying to confuse us and blend in. Alright. 7. And let's get the ceiling. I think this was this part I started working on. Alright, and I just think it's funny that they've got like, oh, it's the Powerwash guy. He's getting pulled by a chariot and a golf cart. That is funny. I need horses to pull them. Where they like, everybody uses horses. We need to use horses in our mural, even though we have all this technology. It's just kind of interesting. But we'll see what it says. Wow, we're still at 97. I thought, I mean, we cleared all those mural walls. We did a lot of stuff, so... This is, okay, that plane that had some features on it. Alright, that is good there. Now we're finally at 98. Helicopter, there's the fire station. Alright. Things are dinging off. Ding-a-ding-a-dingy. But we still got a good portion here, as you can see, so... Yeah, we didn't get this inner archway done, so there's plenty there still. Alright. Gallery ceiling wall is clean. Awesome. Alright, 99. So we may get this semi-easily in the grand scheme of things, because now we've just got really large structures to clean, because I was just being deliberate in all the areas. So if I've learned anything, maybe it's that. Alright, we got the ceiling support. Alright, is there dirt on the other side? Yes, okay. I'm like, this should have dinged, because I don't have much, but there we go. Alright, so we're good there. And then we've got several more walls, pillars over here, and then we are done. But we should start seeing, like, hopefully the checklist appear pretty quickly. What's this? Oh, the boat. The boat that he left on. I was going to say, the wall has not, the mural wall had not dinged, and we got one more mural over here. Just houses in general that we started with, where we're like, yeah, we're just in a town. Little did we know we were involved in some Pacific Rim volcano thing. Okay, well, we don't have... Well, this is interesting. What are we missing? Because now, like, we don't even have the checklist yet. Is there like a hidden area that I'm not aware of? But yeah, I'm just going around looking for any bars that show up. I'm missing something. What is it? Alright, well, let's go back down, around, and in. Oh, we do have the wall trim here. Okay, atrium. Oh man, really? We've got a gem up there that's still missing? Where's this? Is it like on top where I really can't get to it? No? Okay, I don't understand. Where are the gems? I mean, this is the Pyramidion. Alright, well, there's no point in spraying water. This is all the pedestal. Scroll. Let's see, like toward the front, maybe? No. This is the scroll. It's like one of these will have a gem. No. Alright, this is the last one. Okay, this is really odd. Because this is all the Pyramidion. We've got the edge. No, that's part of the pedestal. Because I'm like, is that a gem? Like, because it is like one, oh no, I guess there's one over here too, but... Yeah, I mean, it's got to be up here. But where? Alright, well, we'll go to the list, because clearly I don't know where this is. I see nothing blinking, and I was up at the top. trying to kind of stay up here. Where? It's like a hidden feature or something. 'Cause yeah, I mean, I'm up top here. It's not dirty. I get it. I don't know where this gem is. How do I find it? I mean, there's the front here. Let's see. Entrance shell features. Because it's something I haven't touched. I don't know. Let me do the atrium, inner wall, ceiling wall, and maybe like something opens to let me get to the gem. But these are all atrium. Oh, that's right. We need to somehow get... Alright, let me see. Can I do a turbo nozzle? It's not any different, so how do we get to this? Because yeah, this is the challenge, that's for sure, is getting all of these edges inner ceiling is clean, and then it's just, yeah, getting this inner wall. Man, this is just challenging. It's hard to reach from here. Again, there's not much. Well, it doesn't appear to be much, but it's obviously enough. I mean, I guess it's saying we're getting it, because it's not glowing anymore. What else? Okay, over there. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Now we have this Pyramidion gem. And the Pyramidion is up on top. Yeah, this is it. It's a $20 item, and it needs to be finished. Okay. Well, there we go. So it did appear. Why is there an airplane? Okay. Well, let's go get this cleaned up. It's really loud. I'm glad it stopped, and I hope it stays stopped, because man, that was annoying. The question is it just the bottom? I think so. Ready? Alright, complete the career mode. What are we seeing? Alright, so there's the flying saucer. There's the plane. They're all shooting this. Alright, I guess we'll complete it. Alright, Powerwash Services, you did it. After you cleaned our ship, we went further back in time, methodically tracing your steps, one job at a time, right back to the backyard cleaning days. While doing so, we pieced together Blake Thirst's ambitions. Thirst was obsessed with the lost city of pacifists, and after discovering that their tech was powered by a rare ore, set up illegal mines here, there, and everywhere. He struck a rich seam inside Mount Rushless, used it to develop his own tech, while also hoping to create enough tectonic movement to push the lost city up to the surface. What he didn't realize, though, is that by destabilizing the volcano, he nearly caused a global apocalypse. Knowing that the underwater city lay dormant until this moment, we went back in time and told the pacifists of your legend. They agreed to convert their palace into an offshore platform to send a neutralizing beam to Mount Rushless when the city resurfaced. We dirtied the place up to ensure it would only activate once completely cleaned by a skilled power washer. So yeah, so we needed to, that's why the gem didn't show up at the end. Thanks to you, the timeline is now restored, and we can return to our time as heroes. Heroes with red velvet cake. Yes, please feel free to use this message as a customer review if you think it would help your business. Alright, that's funny. Alright, so at this point, yes, it goes back, and everything's available. Well, it's completed, never mind, so it's not available. I mean, yes, in theory, I guess it's available. Yeah, it's just level complete, so you can't go in and do it. So, no, never mind. So it's interesting. So I guess you can't replay? I mean, you might be able to, like, reset or something, but not worried about that. But this is everything we have done. Man, Mayor's house doesn't seem that long ago, but clearly we did a lot of stuff since then. Although it was about in the middle. But yeah, there was a lot of basic stuff to begin with. Although this firehouse and this skate park, holy moly. Yeah, because there's like things you can do, like if you get the ball to come out of there, like that's an achievement. So maybe I'll see at some point. Again, I doubt I'll include them as anything, but let's just see. Odd jobs. Mars rover, gnome fountain, golf course. Actually, that could be big. Steam locomotive. So I'm just curious. And then food truck, satellite dish. So there's like little jobs, big jobs. So that's good. And is it always 3? Let's see. Although that didn't look. Aquarium and submarine, definitely. But yeah, look. I mean, it's a paintball area. I guess the excavators maybe a little smaller. Submarine, a mansion and the fireplane, dessert parlor, and oh, I see. Okay. So the sculpture park and the subway train. I'm surprised that that's a purchase, but yeah, so I don't know that I'll do that. I'm not that desperate, I don't think, for power washing. We'll see. Because maybe it'll be cheap when Power Wash Simulator 2 comes out. But yeah, in the end here, I guess, I don't know. Like, I mean, there's a bit of interest just because, yeah, it's a cool concept. But at the end of the day, like, this does not appear to be a series that people were, like, super excited about. You know, I'd have some people watch here and there, and I'm guessing, like, some of the end ones here will get a little more traction because I just don't know how many people like went through and did everything, and it's like, all right, well, let's see what's there. But I don't know if I'm going to get Power Wash Simulator 2. I was kind of talking about it a few episodes ago, like, yeah, this has not been bad and it's coming out and I want to get the career done before, which I did. Now what are this? Oh, because yeah, these I know are purchased items, and so again, you can, oh, it won't even show you what they are, but I remember like you can do Croft Mansion or Croft Manor and stuff, but they're not inexpensive things, and it's like, all right, yeah, it's something to wash, but is it worth, you know, to me, you have to be in, like, totally into the whole, like, it just calms your soul Like I have so many other things like in Flight Sim or whatever that I'd spend my money on normally rather than that. So, but yeah, this was easier than the subway station, but it absolutely had to do with the nozzle. But I'm just glad we've got this. I'll have 10 out of 100 achievements now because I got complete the career mode. But that means 90% is still there. And it's possible, like, there'll be an achievement for every extra bonus thing you wash or whatever. I won't say if, I definitely will be going into the, the bonus jobs here. But I'm going to kind of, I'll just call it bonus jobs, but I'm going to make it very clear on this episode, like, hey, this finished the career, and then we'll just talk about each of the bonus jobs and as I do them. But I'm not sure that I'm going to be as hyper focused. We'll see. We'll see if I suddenly start getting the urge as they talk about more things with Power Simulator 2. The thing is, I think it's coming out like this month in September, and I just don't know that I'm ready to just jump right back in because I almost feel like I've binged Powerwash Simulator to get this thing done lately, and you may feel the same once you have gone through all the episodes, because I think I've got like 6 or 7 again. Yeah, so I'm thinking like if I go in here and clean again, like I might be able to go to the skate park, and kick the ball out and get whatever. That might be the way to do it. So even though it doesn't like let you do the career again, is it just telling me level complete? I mean, the nice thing, I guess, is it just lets you, read the messages again because you've got all the wording, so you can relive the story if you want. Yeah, so there's an orange suit. Holy moly. I need that. And orange gloves. Because I know there is something I can do there. I don't know how to change though. How do I change? So yeah, I think I need to go in to it because there's also a washer modification. Let's see if I do like that. And then I think I can go in and at some point and this is customize your appearance, but like I've bought them, but basically if I change the suit in the washer, that's an achievement as well. Just not spending a ton of money yet, but I don't know. I'll see what I do, but and I'll see what I share. I mean, certainly if I do the bonus jobs, I'll include that. Maybe I'll have changed things, but yeah, so only 19% of people completed the career mode, so not in a tiny elite group of people, but clearly, yes, 80+% purchase this game and never get this far. So, but that was part of why I wanted to go ahead and just try it out and share it with folks so that you didn't want to go through, because it's a lot of time. I mean, I think I've got like 50 hours in the game, a little bit short of that at this point. So it's not like it's insane. I mean, it's probably a typical game. A good game will get you like 50 hours of diversion. So this does that. So just so you're aware, like that's how long it took me to get through the career mode. Obviously, depending on what you did, you might be able to do it faster. Certainly can do it slower. But I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you next time.